I don't know. It's hard for some people to comprehend and understand. Do I think I'll have more kids? Sorry guys, my lighting is a little bad. I would love to have more kids. I love children so much. I need to get through this one first. Give you guys a little glimpse. Baby D is in there moving around all types of crazy right now. But I definitely want to get through this one first because, who knows what it's going to be like. I'm trying to have a natural birth. And that could be a challenge. So I want to see exactly how I do with my hypno babies, which if you're pregnant or if you want to even just learn how to relax yourself, self-hypnosis is so powerful. It's incredible, the power of your mind. And, look at the course booklet and check it out for sure. So I'm going to see if my hypno babies works for, when my due date happens. I don't know why Candace is so concerned about my uterus. Giselle almost fell twice tonight. I'm glad she was smiling too. That's so funny. Why doesn't Karen use her big bucks to remove her mole? Okay, I don't actually know. I think, first of all, I do commend Karen on appreciating it and learning to love it, because I imagine being a kid with a mole. Kids are just ruthless and mean. They made fun of my ears, used to call me Spock, all the forehead jokes in the world, which some of you guys continue to make. But I can understand, it's challenging. So the fact that she's embracing it, kudos. I think part of the reason she doesn't have it removed is sometimes you actually can't remove moles for whatever medical reason. But, I do commend her. Hey, Shell. Hi, James. Candace is slamming me on Twitter. It baffles me as to why Candace decides that she's going to go so aggressive about me on Twitter. I'm really happy right now. I'm living in this beautiful peace bubble, and the baby that I supposedly wasn't trying to have, or that I was faking trying to conceive, is actually kicking me right now in my belly. So why on earth would I let Candace, or anyone else for that matter, ruin me? And today I had my maternity shoot. It was so amazing. I had an incredible time with my team. The photos were outstanding. They made me go haute couture, high fashion. I had some crazy hairstyles, and it was just everything to me. So the fact that Candace is still so miserable in her own life and with herself that she's continuing to bash me on Twitter, quite frankly, is really more of a reflection of her than it is of me. Because girlfriend is happy today. Very tired, and again, very swollen, but I am so happy. I'm coming to Australia, Andrea, very soon. The baby's room is ready, yes. I will show it to you in time, but I can't show you right now because there are some little things on there that I will wait to show you. Yes, we have a name for baby Darby, but I can't quite tell you. Oh, I'm sorry, Real Housewives of Bravo. I go live mainly during the show because I know that there are a lot of questions you guys want answered during the show, but you know what? You raise a good point, so I will try to go live more often, even in the off season, my love. Yeah, Candace, whatever. What about what she was going to say about your husband? Beats me, Pete. Watched the show last night when Ashley told Candace, I would have warned you about getting married. Did I say that? Candace's ego has gotten so big. Don't be fooled, my friends. Candace's ego is really just insecurity. It's a very thinly veiled demonstration of her insecurity and her self-consciousness, because she knows that being a woman of her age and living the way that she does under her mom's roof essentially really shows a lot about her character. So y'all don't fall for it, okay? Just don't fall for it. Oh, and Katie did say that. Yes, she advised Candace not to get married. Do you think she's coming at you because of how you came at Karen last season? I definitely feel that Candace is trying to get some clout in some capacity. This is part of the reason that I have a hard time trusting her, because I do feel like she's disingenuous. And a lot of that has to do with, yes, I had my issues with Karen, but my things with Karen are more deeper rooted, that go back years. So for Candace to decide that she's just going to arbitrarily decide to start a fight with me because she wants to be the Robin Hood of Potomac makes absolutely no sense. There's no foundation to anything else that you say. So that bothers me. If she really is trying to avenge Karen, I mean, first of all, grow up. Secondly, you need to know the whole story and understand all the dynamics of our relationship before you call yourself trying to vindicate or fight on Karen's behalf. God, it's hard to breathe right now. Stupid. I know I look like my mom, babe. I'm not applying any of my energy, y'all. Candace is very spoiled. Okay, my loves, I'm sorry, I don't want to miss you. Oh my gosh. So I feel really bad about, first of all, do I think Karen was wrong for not sharing her information about her fragrance line? Karen has her own reasons for not sharing about her fragrance line. And when you get to know her and understand her as a person who she is, you kind of expect that she would be secretive. But I think for Giselle, who has been friends with her for a long time, it's just hard for her to accept, because they do have such long history. They've been in the same social circle for a long time. And I think that Giselle just kind of felt that just because she has been open about every hue and everything that's been going on, even sharing some of the downsides of, running a business and starting out, I think she expected reciprocity from Karen that Karen wasn't really able or willing to give. So, Karen's business is her own. She did launch her fragrance. As you guys saw, we were at Bloomingdale's for her opening, so kudos to her, for sure. It smells nice. My mom loves it. So some people ask and say, like, that it's kind of disappointing that I talk about my pregnancy now, and I let the cat out of the bag that we conceived while you guys are watching the journey that we took to get here. And honestly, I do feel bad about it. I did try to keep it to myself as long as I could, but as I started to show a little bit, people were going to the media and they were starting to try to tell my story for me, and I didn't like that. I did not appreciate that. So rather than become reclusive and go into hiding until the show aired and then tell you guys, like, oh, here's my baby, he's 3 months old, it was important to me to get in front of my own narrative. So, because there were already articles going out about me being pregnant and yada yada, and I just didn't appreciate the fact that someone else was trying to spearhead my story. So, I understand now that you're watching it, and you guys who really are just like a part of my life are witnessing that roller coaster. But, I had to say something, because honestly, at this point, there's really no hiding this bump, okay? Absolutely none. It's funny because sometimes I forget how big I am. So, like, sometimes when I park the car, I'm like, oh yeah, I can get out, like, that's enough space, right? I'm forgetting that I have a whole extra 35 pounds on my body. So I back the car up, got a little column there. I'm like, I'll just squeeze out. Happened to me the other day. I open the door, I go to get out, and I literally wedge myself and get stuck between the door and the column, because I forget that, like, I can't squeeze through nothing no more. Okay? And my belly button sticks out. And I actually have a phobia of my belly button being touched. Michael thinks I'm so crazy, but I do. And so whenever I hit something, I hit my belly button, which gives me the chills, and I start, like, writhing. And so that also happened while I was trying to get out of the car the other day. Actually, right here in my building. So embarrassing. I look just like my mom. Thank you. Yes, we want to have more kids. Came here to say that you're the one who said you didn't want to drink and that you faulted from this. That is true. And to be honest, I don't blame anyone for holding me accountable. I confessed this, and I talked about this last year with Monique, that when I get stressed out or when I have a lot of anxiety, I do tend to drink. And it's something that I noticed about myself, that I notice actually some of my family members doing. I've heard that some of my most of my uncles on my great uncles, like my grandfather's brothers, A lot of them died from cirrhosis of the liver. So alcoholism does run in my family, and I can understand that it's not healthy for me to consistently, when I did, turn to alcohol to deal with my stress. That was really wrong. And I have no problems with someone asking me a question. I do have a problem with someone just outright accusing me of not wanting to have a baby. That's just wrong. There's a way to approach a situation, and that's why I got upset. And so if you say to me, Ashley, you did say, then yes, we can talk about it. And like I am always held accountable for what I say on this show. I always have been, and I always will be. So that's where I stand on that. I've been up front. Being pregnant has really been so great for me. I've cleared my mind. I haven't had any alcohol, obviously, and I really like the person that I am not drinking. I'm just as much fun. I can go out and have fun with my friends, and I'm realizing, like, where I used to find comfort in, getting the buzz and the tingle of alcohol, I just don't really need anymore. So this really it's starting a whole new chapter of my life. I'm very excited about it. I'm nervous about it because obviously when I'm not pregnant, it will be a challenge to remain strong, but I'm committed to it. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. Oh, you're so cute. Michael is great. Thank you, babe. My husband is not on the down low. That's what I just don't understand. It's so silly to me. And there just seems to be this fixation. Someone wrote that the Housewives of Potomac is homophobic. It really is. There's a fixation so much on talking about male sexuality on this show in a way that I don't understand why. I don't know. It's like, and I really like the Housewives of Beverly Hills because they are, like, what I appreciate is their candidness. And actually really cracked me up the other day when I saw that after show with, I think it was, what's her name? Sorry, Erica and Denise, maybe, when they were talking about happy endings. And not that applies here, but like to think about the fact that they can laugh and they joke about that stuff, and they like, that was really cool and interesting. So like, that just shows what a difference that even when there isn't something to plant, a seed to plant, somehow a lot of these women still find some way to be homophobic. It's like it's a constant theme that happens all the time, honestly. Yes, I will definitely, the reunion shall be interesting. Baby D will be here, so my peace bubble, while it will still be here, will be a little more faint, and there will definitely be a lot of things that I will be addressing. I have a lot of thoughts that I'm not really giving into right now because it's not fair to baby D to have to deal with that. But as soon as this baby comes out, give me a couple months and I'll be right back at it because I definitely will have a lot to say. Okay? Oh, thank you. People do want me to have a miserable pregnancy, but you know what, girl, that just ain't happening. I am so happy. Even when I'm mad and sad, I think about my baby and I get happy. It's so nuts. Baby's name, I can't tell you, my darling. I am now 30. Am I 35 or 36 weeks? I have an app that tells me all the time. I think I'm going to be 36 weeks on, oh my God. I'll be 36 weeks on Tuesday. Oh my God, that is so nuts. Candace's mom is a therapist. Quite frankly, I think Miss Dorothy is a very interesting lady. She is one of the funniest people I have ever met or seen. And the approach that she takes to her family and their family dynamic is certainly unique. I will not disrespect her, but for certain, there are some things that are a little bit amiss in that family. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you guys. You got mistaken for me the other day. That's so cute. Oh, 28 hours of labor, girl. Woo, buddy. I look different being pregnant. I know things are starting to fill out on my face a little. I was looking at pictures of myself and I'm like, wow, it's actually pretty cool. My body still feels pretty good. I do regular like prenatal yoga, and I do pregnancy cardio, and that seems to be pretty good. It will definitely be interesting getting back into the swing of things when I am backing up, you know? This pregnancy has made my relationship so much stronger with my husband because I didn't really understand just how supportive Michael could and would be. And he has been just the most incredible man to me. And I try not to take him for granted because, you know, I've told you guys before, I didn't have a dad, so I have a lot of insecurities like that about that. But he has been the most incredible partner that I could have asked for in this pregnancy. Rubs my back, rubs my feet, spends time with me. He comes home and just like sits on the couch with me. Because I'm very homebody these days, and he just constantly supports me. So I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky. No, I'm not entertaining any negative energy. Curly girls do rock, babe. Oh gosh, yes, this heartburn means yes, I probably will. Baby will probably will have a lot of hair. Hi, pink lady. Okay, yes, my darlings, I will try to stay positive. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, my loves, I'm trying to get to your questions, but I don't know why it doesn't upload faster, like as we're talking. I don't understand. I do have Braxton Hicks contractions. They're awful.